Ale fonsaje de. Ale fonsaje. Ale fonsaje. Ale fonsaje. Muna dabo sanka baluo. Ale fonsaje. Mbe useni dabo julalema. Ale fonsaje. Juloka manla maje. Ale fonsaje. Ni aja manla maje. Ale fonsaje. Suluo simenele da. Ale fonsaje. Useni masata. Alale amansa andi ale ponsai mbaro da bodima ale ponsai mbaro da bodima ale ponsai enu mukunda da bodima ale ponsai alale bate jola ale ponsai masole bate jola ale ponsai aye gambia bondi bata kono ale ponsai maje molu bele sewota ala be nyinkela ale ponsai manso be nyinkela ale ponsai usen bodanya ni dobo ale dobo ga usen ale ponsai anata kombo tumami ale ponsai londo nata kulli ale ponsai okaelo adabo ale ponsai ayado kuoge gambia Kaya Mandela ale ponsai mayinduru kema ale ponsai ala fosalida bokema ale ponsai alale bate joda ale ponsai njilasi sedima ale ponsai ganja mane dimma ale ponsai.
Yo, assalamualaikum bari ngolumbal kontona UDP online pantabala platforms about to be Aramis along the 29th of May 2025. It's late. It's past 10 p.m. in the UK. I was sorting some things out in the background. I was going to come here around 9 o'clock, but Hajol is here, so we just have to get the program going on. But thankfully tomorrow is Friday, so hopefully beginning of another weekend. So we'll crack on. So mbe kontondero mbe talala bakele bi. Nina len yep ngal be kontom. Ngana dum program kon alma dum ko bismillahir rahmanir rahim na fonta kon alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Bao so putale. It's late here in Europe. So ze kontondero jin tala baba babake. Puru ngadum kacha kono. So Melvin TikTok alialo na nyanta menkela. Melvin TikTok alialo na nyanta menkela. Al screen on your tab. Ali video on your share. Melvin Facebook fanam. Al se video on your share. So be bekela general issue leti. Kana cool kacha. Gambia ko generally. About Gambia can cool bile dunta nyokono. Dulal bil be jahasering. So it's crazy. So I'm just going to have a program here to address a few issues in regards to our country, obviously, about Gambia and about the Democratic Party. Mama Job Nuna Boba Haba, Mangana Gere Boba Haba, Santanalen. So good enough in the UK, good enough in Europe. It's still afternoon in some parts of the United States. I think morning in some parts. So for them, it's okay. So warimbal kontona bake kana kokudol kachajang bankola kola bangombe denta menna. I just want to talk about the parliamentary inquiry. Obviously, there is much talk about former dictatorial Jammeh's assets. I'm just going to make a clarification also here. But Manda don't know topic on the back. There is shortage of cement in the Gambia. Ofaram bijele, cemento mankita banko Gambia whether not tulo soto or montulo soto. That's a concern. Senegal right now the tulo drill can Senegal. Mauritania found the same thing. So Gambia, what's the situation in regards to Gambia la tuluku me folajam? So me okacha kala jande krenge program lo to jam fala back. I'll apologize because it's already late here in the UK. So we will not going to have a laughter program will start at 9, but I got dragged into certain things. They are also very, very important. We need to address them. So, welcome to my back. As always, be joining on TikTok, please tap the screen and also join us. Carl Tentubake, Carl J. Laughter diamos datira do letorek, but along the way, I'm going to make a clarification here as well. It's very, very important. Na mbeyamo dilantol UDP kola. Mbeyamo datila dami. Binga kibaro jele ko parliamentary inquiry already yela doko started. They have started inviting witnesses to appear before this parliamentary inquiry. I think Batam has been invited. Some commissioners have been invited according to the media, the news, so that will be very interesting. But one thing, I think people are not even focusing on the parliamentary inquiry because Gambian, we like sensationalism, we like to dramatize issues. Kumaya, conduct on little issues, and in the bigger scheme of things, they are more important to our country. We tend to neglect those ones and then brush them under the carpet and focus on trivialities. Gambian all lavita sensationalism la bakele. Malamunem fall in the bankofong the mess that is something that we want to know. But after memvolale UDP Nkolu, let's remain calm. Let's remain focused. I think that is the key here. Mo nibe kelola bankoe ka banko bondi ika kidole wato dol bi jaban easy and ijawol fanan ka siale. But once you are determined, your determination, the desire, the determination with discipline, inshallah, ibela goal ni akiblali. At the easy la, and then at the easy la. Okay. So I said school, Ngadoja commented TikTok, I could nothing will come out of it. A different opinion of what we all have our reservations, particularly in regard to the parliamentary inquiry. They have got my reservation about it. But that's what we have. And we just have to sit down and watch the situation as it unfolds. This other issue, member side too, I'm not going to waste my time on it. Because to me, it has actually clouded the whole, diluted the importance of what we should be discussing. And Bantaba, we're not going to focus on that. Let's discuss the parliamentary inquiry. We want to know the facts about Gambian or La Femolu. Nyimange ya jamela femolti. Anung abalafa warta bake. Nte ka jahala Gambia mum banku sifalati. Because bimbe dokudla mbe TikTok la moikang because I put my Bluetooth headset on. I was listening. Ndesan. Modol biji wolu ika jahale. Yaya jame wala senti. They have no problem. Momo after Yaya jame support la. But you know, why do people forget so quickly or pretend to forget? Yaya jame assets or boni mintole. $316 million on record. Within 22 years in power, you are getting $170,000 monthly salary. How does that amount to 100? Some people are not focusing on that, but they are focusing on Jumale Asset Solwafi, Jamela Fengole. I'm saying Jamefon is not subject of discussion. Adam Barrow is not the subject of discussion. Adam Barrow on Dame Bilamidi, the head of the coalition government, but Mole Driftale until personal ping pong. Yeah, say who said the am the problem ak tunko marena so nga ko issue ti Gambia non dolwete nede wala nana banko meta nyin kola ya kono andum man mol danka nimma hakilotu. Well, things are not going to get better anytime soon because ndolu daji ko be nyamen ni sonka mesengolo ni bampanteng mol ka focus wala kan corruption be banko kan Right now, Gambia on a passport, Masakuna a passport for the national document. But how many people are talking about that on TikTok? No. But drama, sensationalism, show, they will spend 2 hours talking about that. And these people say they are conscious. It will jangatale. Okay, not date Benyadile. But not date is 29th of May. Where is the mistake? Maybe for YouTube, but let me check. Somebody said you are not mistaken with your date. Oh, that's YouTube. YouTube Lombard. Okay, Madanga edit jam. On the screen work correctly. Yeah. 29 Lom. Madanga check them. Thank you. Madanga change. Yeah. 29th of May Lom. Today is the 29th. On the big on the monitor, it's correct. Just thank you so much. Claims. Thank you for letting me know. So 29th of May Lom. So Ntolla Banko Betenne. Even told from a B. Manta diamo siande la ji. Be wultale. Moleko member of UDP UK chapter, member of UDP. Aka resign to UDP le. Yeah. Menketa na brother in Melvin. Mobe alon gonde in Melvin. Respect lebe natema. Bera join the UDP. Ntelenga invite Bantabaja. Ntelenga la membership card de da. Because I'm the chairman of UK chapter. Nga bismillah. Komentol UDP nka woleke. Ni momo nata nge bismillah patio kono because patio lafta mo la por moli join patio kono. And patio pati guten aben my darling. Adi jatu baylo ba. So ni momo nata patio kono UDP we welcome and that's what should happen. Ngam buloli yele comme pati leader ka yamare mena altanga molu nyine ngai semana. Melvin joined UDP 2023. Before 2023 shortly. Then I did a Congress auto. Menkera London, and then 5 speech from DJ. So obviously, Malafika Nindiamo Jamfandi because nte na focus cake and daming. I'll be in a press statement Jalal Sama. UDPK chapter is going to come out with a press statement. Let me make that clear. We want to clarify some misinformation on social media. Gambian ol nak ilafta sensationalism la. Why sensationalism bu anda ak fen den ko wara ragal. Sensationalism bu anda lo xamne yow da nga bëgga binda lula ne UDP UK chapter man under my leadership we will not be here for anybody to spread misinformation about our chapter. Let me make that clear. Tomorrow you will see a press release with our letterhead from UDP UK chapter clarifying at least a media outlet, YouTube, referring to Melvin as deputy vice chairman of UDP chapter, which is untrue, it is false, it's misleading, it's not true. Let me make that clear. But tomorrow we will make an official statement. And we will share it with the media outlets. Hope they will publish it. Look, anybody has a right to join a party, and the same right you have to leave. As a Democrat, we have to respect that. Personally, I'll tell a comment, my comment I made on Melvin post as chairman of UK chapter. I'll tell the comment to read. Mojamale alike. I said to him, Malafi don't lafi moiba patio kono. Don't lafi moiba patio kono. Patio bari ni moya ke fana. Niela nyanto dila, we want to respect you, accord you the respect because it's your fundamental right. No one forced him to join UDP. Nobody forced anybody to join UDP. Just the same way nobody can force anybody to stay. But if somebody leaves, all we can say good luck. And respectfully relationship with mental detainment. And we thank him for whatever he did for us. I spoke to him. And I spoke to the members of my executive when I saw the news. As chairman, I went to executive forum. I alerted my colleagues and alerted UDPK chapter members here that we should respect his decision and nobody should say anything, condemn him or say any foul word. That's a chairman. That's my role as a leader of UK chapter. But then this evening, a screenshot is brought to my attention with a photo of our party leader and Melvin's photo. And let me make it clear, I'm not saying that Melvin Lenyinke, because I'm sure they will go and tell him. I'm not saying Melvin did it. A media outlet reported Melvin as vice chairman UK chapter. That's not true. Melvin was not even a member of our executive. But tomorrow we'll make this statement clear. I'm just giving you guys heads up. UDP UK chapter will not be here. Somebody to put misinformation about our chapter I cannot speak on behalf of UDP diaspora. I'm not the chairman of UDP diaspora because Mboj Sherikan is. But UDP UK chapter under my leadership, if you write anything that's misleading, our PR team will come out and debunk it. And we will put our letterhead there. Okay? He was an ordinary member of UDP UK chapter, but he was not an elected member. He was not part of the executive. Let me make that clear. And I saw this, and I want to clarify this. And then clarify it, but we will follow it up with a press release from UK chapter tomorrow. That is my disappointment. Okay? And now, because this is Gambians, we like petty things. We like to mirror into things. Sunimuna add horom fofuno pour dul rambaj. You don't like UDP, but don't put lies on us. If you are not sure of something as a media outlet or you want to get viewership on YouTube, and I'm not saying that Melvin said this, because I know he would not. I don't know. I've worked with him. He would not go on to tell people that he's Melvin. Let nobody ascribe this to Melvin. It's just some media outlets who want to dramatize the situation. So I just want to make this clarification. Okay? So this is the thing. Some people want viewers. They just want to make money on YouTube. So they say when they write this, it's going to attract people. But be responsible, because you know we will not sit down here and just, we will clarify this. Lies that remain unchallenged could prove to be true with the test of time. Momo nyanto soto leka Bo United Democratic Party. Kuneka am nga right pour nga buy party bi. Kuneka am right. And I heard some lives today. Very disturbing. But our team should respond on that. I'm not going to be here to that. There are people who hate UDP. Wallahi, I had some words today on a platform that calls itself an independent platform, an independent TikTok platform, insulting us, calling us terrorists. But our guys are going to deal with that. Tonight they will have a program and they will play audio of that on TikTok. Those of you who are active on live, Alta Ale Bambas World, Lady Chilel World, they will have a live and they will play screen recording of people who are part of another political party in the diaspora. They went to a platform saying that UDP, if people join us, we praise them, but people, we insult them. There is one guy here in the UK. His voice is there. I'm not going to mention their names here. I don't want to give anybody any importance that you don't deserve on UDP Online Bantala. All right? Not here. So mbendi ya muka nyena. Gambia konante ya warta banko. The level of hate some people have for United Democratic Party is unquantifiable. That's why it saddens me. UDP, we should unite. Billahi walatina sometimes muka understand. You have people who are punching you from left, right, and center out of bigotry. Because nobody, and you see how hypocritical these people are. I made that comment as chairman of UK chapter, and I thank Melvin and even Alaji Jabi. I read Alaji Jabi, our colleague in Finland, when he was the first person to say, we respect your decision to leave and we wish you well. A lot of people like Bob Toure, they went to that Melvin post. They appreciated Melvin for what he did for the party and said good luck. But these hypocrites went to this platform. They did not talk about that. They didn't say, we have UDP members there, even though their own chairman, when they are saying who said listen, they said we were insulting Melvin. Somebody could write a comment that is negative. That's fine. And somebody can critique Melvin writing, just like Natamas did, which is okay, because that's democracy. That's not an insult. But this bigot, Mom, what he has particular dislike for United Democratic Party. It didn't start today. Go to the archives. They don't like us and they will never like us. We cannot, no amount of propaganda we do, even when they say with their mouth, it's not going to settle in their hearts. Whatever they say will be pretentious. They said we are insulting because somebody even said we did the same thing to Ibu Jalo. They sang. Gambia, Limoilan. But on an independent platform that you said you are not member of a political party, and you are allowing other political party supporters to come and throw seats at UDP, but you call yourself an independent. How does that add up? Because any responsible platform, somebody said they are terrorists. Unfortunately, I don't know the name of, but Bambas and others will give details on this. I'm not going to waste my time here on this. Because Bantaba, we want to focus on things that matter to the country. I'm bringing this on because I'm talking about the misinformation that somebody went on YouTube and said Melvin is the deputy chairman. Our deputy chairperson, one is Lamin B. Samate, London, who was the former chairman of London. Musa Jame, we have two deputies. I'm the chairman. Musa Jame is chairman, deputy chair two, and Lamin B. Samate. So Melvin was monkey vice chairman. So I don't know where these people got that information from. It's all lies. And people have read this in Gambia. People call me, for Melvin, I love a deputy. And I read this. I was shocked. I shared the screenshot in our UDP UK chapter. But tomorrow, our UK chapter will make a press release. We will share this with platforms, and we're going to clarify this. Because we're not going to sit down here. People are lying on Facebook. Why the hate towards the party? I understand. And if you are an honest person, like they portray themselves, if you are doing an analysis of the reactions to Melvin's resignation, if you are an honest person, you're Nekolo Nafiha, you know what you would have said? Well, some of their members came and applauded him and they wish him well. They never said that in the audio recordings. I've got the screen recordings. And some of them, I'm so disappointed. They know themselves. Just now, this TikTok, calling us the UDP new terrorists. But UDP contributed in terms of liberation of that country. Yo, defuloko, yo Ken Hamud Lassa, because you call yourself Queen something, but you are not. People don't know your name. You calling UDP, they are terrorists. If anybody disputes this, the video, the audio will be played tonight. Let the Chile platform. After this program is over, they will go live. If a screen recording or play like one by one, aliye lamoy pour Gambien ole amoy jumal lebe nyim foka UDP ma. Wala nanko Gambia we are not serious. Ngo bepare yo Melvin was UDP. Melvin resigned. Lucy Sayon. It's just like when Quran had this thing with Halifa Salah. Man say we say because I'm not a PDS member. But they are so eager. They did the same thing with the assets issue. When the Republic broke this, they went on their platforms attacking UDP, accusing, alleging, Alaji Useno Dabo, Bokana Shinu gender assets. Amadou Sane gender na assets. Quickly, Melvin resigned. They made it a topic. Melvin at least saw the need to join UDP. And in fact, we gave him a platform in our Congress in 2023. He spoke there. Elections happened. He vied for a position. I think a PRO. Tungo won. But that notwithstanding, he was given platform in front of the party leader and he made a speech. Go and look at our Congress in London 2023. Because that's what we know. And the Ibu Jalo that they are talking about, I used to have programs with Ibu Jalo on UDP Generation Talk Show. But these people have so much dislike for United Democratic Party. How much is stamped on whatever reasons that they have, it's only alone. But whatever they hear, and if you are honest people, you call yourself Juli, or if you are making an analysis, don't look at the negative side alone. Look at my comment. Go and check my comment on Melvin's word as chairman of UK chapter. Even before me, Musa Jammi, as our deputy, made a positive comment there. We appreciated Melvin. I had discussions with Melvin. This Batambedu issue. We gave our opinions. UDP UK chapter, even UDP members gave their opinions. But the party also has given their opinions that some of them don't understand, and we respect it. And in an opinion-related matter, you cannot say your opinion is right or somebody's opinion is wrong. Everybody is entitled to their opinions. But that is not even my problem. Wallahi, how many people resigned from UDP before? Didn't Dembo by force? Dembo by force resigned from UDP, who was a national president. So many people resigned from the party. The late Wajuara. All right. Okay, Melvin, you are here. You said you didn't resign because you have issues with the party. Melvin, what I'm addressing, let me say this in English because I don't think your Mandinka is good. I don't even want to discuss this issue because you know you and I spoke today and you saw my comment on your post when you resigned. As chairman of UK chapter, I'm speaking in my official capacity. I said we valued the work you did for us and we wish you good luck and we respect your decision. Very professional. I went there. You saw that comment. Before me, Alaji Jabi, a colleague in Finland, wrote that comment. Bob Ture, all these people. There are a lot of UDP members who came to your post and actually spoke good about you. Okay? You can call in here and you can talk. Just hold on. My issue is the hypocrites who want to amplify this. They went to a TikTok program today on an independent show, the person that says themselves they're independent. But if you are independent, you will not allow other opposition parties to come and call another opposition party. They refer to us as terrorists, Melvin. Because they said in UDP, if anybody joins, we welcome you. But if we go, we castigate you. And these are people affiliated with a political party here called Sobea. But I'm not going to address this. It's going to be addressed by another team, Melvin. So I said, if these people are honest, they could have said, well, some of their people criticize, but there are a good number, including the UDP UK chapter chairman, Sheikh Hussein, who wrote a very positive comment on Melvin's post. But that's not their interest because they want to spew negativity around UDP. That's their agenda, thinking that that will give them votes. I said they are just disturbing themselves. Okay? So let me read this, Melvin. You asked me to read your comment. He said, I didn't resign because I have issues with anyone in UDP members who are substantial supporters of the party. The way they fabricated stories is quite phenomenal. Just as that clown. Okay, when you say they, I think only Yunus made this comment. So I don't know if you're trying to pluralize it because only Yunus made this. And I work on a journey and I use central bank as my pause. I didn't resign and attack UDP. Hell no. I resign on principles. And if that defect is cured, I will return back where I was. And I will say it loud and clear that Usaino Dabo is not a tribalist and UDP is not a Mandinka party. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Melvin. You see, Yunus wrote that and you countered it. Fair enough. Probably Yunus got it all wrong about when you got appointed. And this is good. You went there and you debunk it. So Yunus should come and retract that statement. You see, in a democracy, when we get things wrong, let's accept no one is perfect. But just like Melvin, you should also go and clarify. I'm not saying that that came from you, but we, the UK chapter, we will write a statement to clarify that. Somebody, I have got a screenshot, a media platform calling you UDP UK chapter deputy chairman. You are not deputy chairman. And I'm not saying that you're the one who told these people, because I said it here, and Melvin is not that type of person who would go and tell people that he was vice chairman of UDP. It's just some of these people trying to amplify issues by spreading false information. And it is imperative that as chairman of UK chapter, something like that, we will make a statement to clarify it. That's what I'm talking about. That's not. And you have a right to resign. Even if it is not related to this Batamberu issue, it could be related to another thing, Melvin. Anybody in the party can resign. You see, people join parties, but people can also leave parties. Me, I don't have a problem. And wallahi, when I put this message in an executive forum today, some of my executive members are here. Most comments there, people said, let's respect his decision to resign. Even our UDP media team, people said, yes, if he wants to go, let's respect that. But that is UDP. Wajuara, a high profile, the late Wajuara, resigned from UDP. Who doesn't know Wajuara in Gambia? He was a firebrand politician. Mbarodi. They call him Mbarodi. He resigned from UDP. But UDP, in fact, became more structured and better after Mbarode resigned. Because we have the resilience. We will. This is the party whose executive, the top leadership of the party, were incarcerated in Gale. Alaji Usainu Dabo, the late Femi Peters. And Ajiyam had to step in. If that happened to other political parties, the party would have been dead and buried. Let's be honest. UDP, we have the resilience. And just today, Melvin left. 2 days ago, I was talking to somebody who is now about to join United Democratic Party. All this weekend, I was talking, I sent out a manifesto, whatever. The other month, another great guy, in fact, I think he's in the IT field. He's in London. I had to put him on a group call because Melvin knows when he joined UDP, we always do group calls, and myself and my deputies, and welcome him. Somebody in London, London Chairman Bakeva, included him in the WhatsApp group. Politics is like that. Others will go and come. Last week, so let's UDP, let know. If somebody leaves, other person will, and Melvin has a right to leave. But my problem is people who are not even members of UDP going into this, talking so negative to the extent calling us terrorists. How can we move on? How can you call us? Melvin, Melvin, you are on. Are you on TikTok?
Yes, I'm on TikTok.
Can you join via TikTok so that the people watching on TikTok can hear you? Because if I take your call, they will not hear you. Yeah?
Really? Can't you just put me on speaker?
No. This phone that you are talking, is the one I'm broadcasting TikTok on. So now,
okay, sorry. Okay.
Yeah. Go to.
I don't know how to do it, but I'll try. I'm not very good with TikTok.
Let me see whether I can find you. And is your account Melvin Roberts? Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, I don't even know. Let me check. Yeah, I think so.
Then if you send a request.
Is yours UDP Bantaba?
Yes, I'm live now. Yes. Send a request and I will take you. Okay. So guys, Melvin wants to come in. So this is the thing. And he's going to join because he called my phone. So if I take him, those on Facebook will hear him, but those on TikTok will not hear him. So he's going to join via TikTok. So left na nyine folajam. UDP ngolu. Alenga kunkem fango lenga ka kilinti. Wala nanjuso ka akan disturb bake. Ningaje fennata Gambia rek. Moli la personal fengol dundije. Ika UDP dingol dol fango damaje Facebook o tebe. Kuma fola. Ka karala me ango mobe. Because momo e fensa fe jarrek. Mol kalo ne bit hadami. Mol bentol point la left, right, and center. Njawol be siari nyin TikTok oro. Instead of ngana energies divert to that. Ndol fo da malbe ñoo simo kolabasila. Amalo waratale. Bari alen kana discourage. Mamat, dafa doy war. Screenshot bobu nono suma len ko play fi, duma ko play fi. Why Bambas and Lady Chila will play in that? Because this Bantawa, this is a very noble platform. We're not going to mumbo jumbo talk. We will not play it here anymore. So, Lady Chila will back in a program today where they will play the audio and you will be shocked to hear these people. One lady, I don't know which country she's in, calling us new terrorists. You will hear her. And let me tell you one, those of you who can recognize her voice from that video, Nimbambazola play, plus Alafomole Kari Kikanla. I think we need to know. So Melvin is here. Melvin, thank you for joining.
Yes, hi. Say, how are you?
You're good. Thank you for joining. You're welcome.
Can you hear me loud and clear?
Everybody is hearing you loud and clear.
Okay. So let me just explain.
Yeah.
I will clarify what I said. You know, when you said they,
you
said you were asking whether I made a mistake.
Yeah.
I did not make a mistake.
Okay.
I was referring to the people, example, the one you gave that said that I was deputy chairperson or something like that.
Yeah. Okay. They said you are. Yeah. Deputy chair. Yeah.
So when I said they, I am referring to the people that go around making unsubstantiated allegations that are not based on fact.
Okay. Understood.
Just from the fiction of their imagination.
Understood.
Now, I am on record, even before I joined the UDP as a member, defending the interest of the UDP and by extension, the party leader.
Yeah.
And I said this today when I did my Facebook Live.
Yeah.
And I said this at the bottom of my resignation letter, that I will always hold him in high esteem.
Yeah.
Nothing or anyone or anything will ever make me speak ill against Lawyer Hussein Udabo or the United Democratic Party. When I decided to join the United Democratic Party, no one forced me to.
True.
No one begged me to.
True.
I did it out of my own volition, out of conviction, because I aligned myself with the principles and objectives of the party. Now, I have read so many comments, and people have said that I have a personal issue with Batambedu. That is subjective.
Okay.
And I am not the type of person that shy away. Yes, I do have a personal issue with Batambedu, but my personal issue extends beyond personality. And it is a clarion call of national interest that a character, a person of Batambedu should not be endorsed by the United Democratic Party. However, I am a lone voice.
Yeah.
It is just me. I am making my opinion known, and I am making my position known. I am not a hypocrite.
Yeah.
I don't do bootlicking. I speak my mind unapologetically as long as I do so within the confines of the law and with respect. Now, I spoke to you privately today.
Yeah, we did.
It's something I did not disclose publicly.
Yeah.
But when I was alleged of offenses, it was mere allegations on social media. Batambedu set the precedent as the Minister of Justice and Attorney General to go out and use a Ministry of Justice letterhead and did a press release on behalf of the Ministry of Justice as the Minister of Justice and the Attorney General. Those were accusations, not based on fact. In fact, it was before any single complaint was officially made to the police or the department that was responsible for such.
Yeah.
Not only did he do that, Sehu, but he also instituted a panel of police investigators at the level of a commissioner of police to look into the social media allegations.
Yeah.
He did not only stop at that, he opened a phone line, a hotline at the Ministry of Justice, asking for people to come up with anonymous complaints. That was a precedent set.
Yeah.
And therefore, I believe that if a person of such character is being called out by the entire Gambia, where to appoint that a National Assembly committee has been set up to look into the affairs and the way the Jame asset sale was conducted, I firmly believe that that is not mere allegations anymore. These are prima facie elements that have been established, and I believe that the United Democratic Party, which has prided itself in transparency and accountability, which has prided itself in the fight against public corruption, I believe the UDP should come out as a party and speak to its party militants, and even where they feel that they do not want to withdraw the endorsement of Batambedu, but to recognize that there is a national discourse surrounding the person of Batambedu.
Okay.
And because my principles don't align with that, I decided out of respect that I would not sit and continue to be a hypocrite. I would not continue to go and backbite and badmouth the United Democratic Party. I came out publicly. I said, these are my grievances, and I will resign. I will not stay in the party until that time that defect is cured. And I stand by it.
True. Melvin, today I listened to your live. I was at work, but I tried to listen to the greater part of your life, and I think you have explained all that here, and it's good that you re-explain this here again. I think contextually, we all know the genesis of your resignation. But like you know, whatever you in this world, people will do insinuations. We can't stop people from insinuating. That's part of human life. Me, when I do something, some people will insinuate. People will always insinuate. So no amount of explanation can stop people from insinuating. The important thing is you've stated your position, but those who would insinuate would always insinuate. Like people think it's a personal banter between your battermate, okay? But you said it's principle. And even if you explain this everyday life, Melvin, you will not be able to convince every Gambian to believe, oh, this is not personal. So you just let certain things slide. And what I'm going to say here is, Battermate issue, yes, you raise it. And there's one part of your statement you said you don't want to be a hypocrite. Yes, but those of us who raised it internally, in my view, are not hypocrites, because people have different ways of addressing issues. Some people believe that once you're part of an institution, the first point of call before you go public is to address it internally. Even at places of work, you don't have an issue with your CEO and you go online and write something. No, you don't. Our companies are doing a lot of things that we don't agree with. But when we have meetings, we have one-to-one with our managers, and then there we arrested institutionally. This is what people do. All right. It may be different from a political party. And my position, for example, let me tell you, I'm chairman. I'm leader of a chapter. So certain things I cannot just go on my Facebook and write it without addressing internally with the leadership. And I raise it up in our media group and our chapter reps group. And let me tell you something. The leadership responded to us internally. Why? Probably you were okay. Like he could have said they should have come out and addressed you. Yes, I understand. But in fact, whether we in the media could have also passed that to you guys, probably we could have done that. But when in fact, it was not only you. There were a number of people who raised this issue, Melvin. Yours went public, but internally there were so many people who called for this endorsement to be withdrawn. But the party came out, the leadership came out and gave a lot of... Okay, you said the parliamentary inquiry, Melvin. Yes, it can be a prima facie thing, as you said, you lawyers. But that doesn't also negate the fact that the inquiry is there to establish and report to us. Right now, whatever is being said is speculative. Yeah? Because that's why... No, hold on. That's why there is an inquiry. That's why nobody has been convicted yet. Nobody has been officially found guilty. Is all there. You guys use the word allegations. Is the all allegations? Yes, they could be compelling allegations, but they still remain allegations. So there are people on the other side who said, we don't want to rush and do this. And I will come to Tangara issue. Okay, because even Madi Jobate.
Can I say? I'll just say something so I can leave. I didn't mean to hijack your program.
No. Yeah, sir.
Like I said, I didn't come here to validate anything. So I wasn't speaking to even convince anyone.
Okay.
But you raised the pertinent issue where you mentioned about people saying, things that are lies, me being an executive member and all this stuff. And I just wanted to come to support you in that.
Yeah.
To say that is not true.
Yeah.
And if anybody knows me, I'm not a person who talks in that manner.
No, I even said that you wouldn't do that. In fact, when I heard it, I said Melvin is not a person who will go around to tell people he holds this position. So yeah, so that's what we want. Yeah.
So I just wanted to clarify, just to give you support and clarify that. That's the only.
Thank you, Melvin. Thank you.
Lastly, before I go, just to respond to your last comment, I personally, and this is my personal opinion, I think that is the excuse that was given in such a high-profile case with such a high-profile personality, seeking the highest office within the ranks of justice in the world, the ICJ. I felt that was a very clandestine way to give an excuse. And you say who live in England, and you know exactly what would happen. We've seen footballers, we've seen icons on BBC and stuff. It is right for the company or whoever it is to ask you, just based on the allegations, to resign, or put you on suspension, not resign. I didn't mean to say resign, but just step aside.
Yeah.
While investigations are ongoing.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
Best practice.
Yeah.
So I would not subscribe to that. I would not take it. I would not accept it.
Yeah.
That we would wait until a finding. That is not done anywhere else in the world in 2025. But we respect the decision of the leadership of the party.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to give my opinion that in today's world, today. If you were alleged of any such offenses, say who, you wouldn't be waking up and going to work every day.
Yeah.
They would tell you to sit down at home until any investigation.
Yeah, Melvin, I just want you to. Okay, I know you don't want to. No, hold on. Before you go, I didn't even want to speak much about this issue because you have said it, your person, and immediately UK chapter, because you're affiliated with UK chapter, and which I'm chairman of. And I came here and I even addressed our members today to say that people, this is on, we don't want it. We don't want anybody to leave the party. No party would want people to leave. Let's be honest. I don't want anybody to leave UDP. But again, I'm respectful to anybody who wants to raise, and I will always be respectful. But what about the people who join? Probably you are not privy to this. There are some people here who came hard on us, saying that this is UDP. When people leave the party, they put you in the mud. They come after you. They insult you. Melvin, and what I was saying, these people are so dishonest because they went to one TikTok independent platform today. Even one lady calling us UDP, we are terrorists. Leland Mel, that's what I see all of. Leland Mel, terrorist. If somebody join the party, they take you, but when they come after you, they insult. This is what they did to Ibo Jalo. Is it fair? Because I went on your post, Bob Ture made positive comment. Alaji Jabi, countless number of UDP members, thank you for your job, what you did for this party. We come ready. So is it fair for these people to say, UDP, whoever leaves, they insult you? And this is the thing, like you said, our people cannot be honest. Give it a balanced picture to say, well, even some of their members clearly appreciated what Melvin did. They wish him well. They according to him that they respected his decision. I just want you to comment on this as a social media pundit, because our society needs, we need to cleanse our hearts. Just like somebody accused you that you work for Jame, Yunus Haidara. And I said here, the fact that you have debunked it, Yunus needs to come and apologize to you. Withdraw that statement, okay? It's unfair. But equally, there are people throwing mud at UDP, saying that we are bad people, we are this, we are this. Melvin, if you hear this, you also, in the interest of fairness, just said, well, you guys, not to be honest, not every UDP member, some people came and said a lot of positive things on my wall. Didn't we?
Well, so you just mentioned that you follow me on social media, so I'm sure you must have seen the post I did subsequent to the live show I did with Babukar Siddiqui Jammeh.
Yeah.
So I think that answers your question. I was very clear.
Yeah.
I said the overwhelming majority of the members of the UDP and people that I believe matter and count within the ranks and file of the UDP reached out to me with respect.
Okay. So thank you for saying that, and I did
to reiterate that.
Yeah, I did, and I didn't hear that part. So
again, it's an existential reality. Is that you still had a few goons that have been going after me.
That is true. That is true, and that will always happen.
It's not something that you can blame on the leadership or the party.
Exactly.
I gave you an example when I spoke to you today.
Yeah.
That hate speech. What's it called? Racist remarks are banned in the realm of football.
Yeah.
But don't tell me that you don't see fans still going and using racist remarks.
Also, they do.
Even fine the clubs.
Yeah.
But you cannot stop that because it's a party. It's a large party. You cannot curtail every single member in that party. It is impossible.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you for your time, Melvin. I appreciate you joining me and clarifying a few things. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, that's good. Our brother Melvin Roberts, he came to clarify certain things. You had the discussion, very friendly, and this is UDP. So those who are saying that we are this, but this is UDP platform. That means there is no animosity between Melvin and us. Even right now, there are some UDP members here. Melvin, we love you. I'm reading the comments here. We want you to stay. These are UDP members, but they focus on only negativity. This is Gambia. Because Nyonyu, Anyan Lang Amsisen Hall, they are jealous of UDP's numbers. Because the fact that UDP has a bigger cloud than them, they cannot stand it. And they think the best way to UDP single collaboration will to come after UDP. Let's see what dividend it will hold for them. You don't come new into the political arena. You think you want to try to damage character of a party, calling us new terrorists. Come on, that is a big statement. Highly irresponsible. Does he know what is the meaning of a terrorist? Does he know people who contributed more than you? Probably you did not even take part in Gambia's liberation struggle because nobody knows you. So I can safely say that. You probably did not contribute anything towards Gambia's liberation, but UDP members died for that country. Today, that you have the mouth to even come and be part of the politics. But you are calling us terrorists. But our platforms will do a program on that, and they will play the live streaming. And I'm very embarrassed. Any platform here, like Barrow Must Go, if I hear anybody entertaining people calling another political party terrorist, and Juka did not condemn it, Hadijatu Kinto doesn't condemn it, Tukuroshi doesn't condemn it, Mamlisa didn't, I'll be so disappointed in Barrow. But I know they will not do that. So you call yourself an independent platform, but you allow other political party supporters to come in the name of freedom of speech. But can do a new terrorist line? I'm so disappointed. I'm highly disappointed. This is not Gambia that we want. You can dislike UDP. It's not a force that you want to be us. Man, I say it here. But what we did towards the liberation of our country, what UDP done to liberate that country, again, I'm the big mouth to talk. Most of you started talking in 2024. When Gambians were fighting on the struggle here, we were going on Gambia Youth and Women Forum. The Jamante, they raised funds to try to liberate Jammeh because time ago Jammeh dictator. But right now, if you want, you have a right to participate, but don't call UDP terrorist. At least somebody in that panel could have said, no, this comment is unhealthy. That's what I was expecting. But they let the comment slide. And that was said on a platform, they don't belong to any political party. But you know what? Intentions can never hide. You cannot hide it. Ñun dak ñu nañ santa yalla ndax dinañ nekk ci nguur gi ndax duñ nekk ci nguur gi yalla rek mo xam. But one thing that you guys cannot take away from UDP moy ne UDP lum def Gambia ben party defuko in terms of liberation. There is only two parties, PDRS and UDP. Ñi ñoo fa nekk bu metti. Ñeneen ñi they came along. Because MCP, Amuton, PPP is there. PPP also, they contributed their quota. But all these parties now, when Gambia was bleeding, can they good learn? Like convenient law. Now, people want to become seasonal. It's comfortable to be a seasonal politician. But this is what I'm going to say here, and it is actually annoying. Me, I'm not going to call any political party supporters here terrorists because I think that is way too much. So I want to leave this here. But we want to clarify, and you've just heard from Melvin himself, that he was not deputy chairman of UK chapter. And that is clear now, even from this video. It's clear. A lot of people are watching me. Over 500 people are watching me, right? Close to 500 people. 545 people are watching. 345 are watching me on TikTok, and 202 people are watching. No, 200 are watching me on TikTok. 346 are watching me on YouTube and Facebook. 500 people are watching. So the matter is clear. I didn't want to make this an issue. Man, when I was coming here, I said I was going to talk about the cement issue and the cost of living in the country, because this platform, we want to use it to talk about issues that matter. The parliamentary committee, even this banter between those two people, me, I'm not going to talk about it anymore. There are some people, that's their daily bread and butter. Because we focus on trivialities. We focus on small issues. Gambia immigration cannot give its citizens ID cards, passports. There are a lot of people in Europe. They are on the verge of losing their jobs and their various places of work because they cannot renew their Gambian passports. How many people are talking that online? But no. You want to come Sehu Sedile versus Melvin Roberts, for example. Key dafa bind a letter, ne dafa suki, we want to spend the whole day talking about that. That's why this country is so retrogressive. Other countries are moving forward. That's why we are stagnant. That's why we don't even have a constitution. That's why we are just in this stalemate, draft constitution 2024 versus Barrow constitution, because Gambians are not ready. We focus on little things. Hulu, Tonyante. Like today, they got when Melvin resigned, that became their topic. Now you know, wow, we will throw states at UDP. Can't you guys do a program without talking about UDP? At least sometimes respect yourselves. Do a program and don't even if there's a drama in UDP, get ignore ko. Then respect sen bopa. Tutti. But that means you have nothing to talk about. You want to say tomorrow, and you know what the hypocrisy in them? When we announce somebody going UDP, they don't make it a topic. Why United Democratic Party la. Tomorrow, if I publish on UDP Bantaba, Diu Sangam has joined UDP, you think they will go on their TikTok hate propaganda TikTok show? They talk about UDP Amna Kufanyo. But tomorrow, when we said somebody has led the party, that's what they like that. Hey, let me tell you guys, let me help you guys. Every day, every other month or so, we might see people leaving United Democratic Party because we have no control over whoever wants to leave. Let me make that clear. But that's not going to move United Democratic Party because not everybody would leave. But as other people are leaving, some are coming. It balances it out. That's what I will tell you. Why don't you focus your energy to attract people as high profile, like to some of you? Because Melvin, instead of focusing on that, you could be working for Melvin to join your party. I think that is what matters. Bring people to your party. At least let people say one high profile person has joined your party. So let me just drop this topic here. I will open the lines, and because there's another TikTok program that is going to come tonight, that's where all this garbage thrown on us will be responded into our guys. That guys will respond on that. Bantaba will not do that because this platform is a very, I'm not saying that the other nobles, because this has got UDP logo here. We pick matters that we discuss here. We miss policy issues here. Talk about issues that matter to our country. That's what is the issue. This Mbojo Diamolu Bantaba, no, we will not have time for that anymore. But they are showing their true colors because they hate you. Let me use the word HATE, hate. But and I saw the screenshot of the people, the names there, but I wasn't surprised. There was only one person there that I was surprised that person could have addressed the matter. But the rest, I was not surprised. Yeah, there was only one person there that I was a bit disappointed. I said, well, you are there, at least you could have said, don't use this word. But that definitely, I don't know. So, alinga UDP ngolu, alinga nyomuta. Alinga faida fanansoto. Alinga focus. Until we are coming to do fundraisers here. We will come and do fundraisers. UK chapter, we are coming to do our gala on the 18th of October. Very soon, our tickets will be out. Seattle, on the 2nd of August, UDP Diaspora Second Convention. The tickets will be out. France, they are doing a fundraiser. Sweden chapter, they are doing a fundraiser. Gas chapter, they are doing a fundraiser. Italy, they are doing a fundraiser. Spain, UDP. And let me tell you, today you saw our UDP Diaspora membership card. Most of these parties here, they don't even have membership card. I haven't seen it. UDP, NPP, they don't even have membership card. Pamodu be mol tonye ka komang start date so not from but the other guy Pamodu be mol tonye kan the UDP. But expiry date was important. And the website of it will be updated because right now we are working to amalgamate into one. All right, but the main important that Gambia opposition will be so fragmented. It's not all going to be easy for Barrow. Algamera be easy la Barrow fe nyamate, easy la nyamade. Okay. Abe modol sutalale, but anin dol fanambe tagola yoballe. Anin dolu tata alliance la last time, rightly, and go tata alliance la this time. So things are going to cancel it out. It's not going to be easy for Barrow Fanande. Barrow la kam fanambe manta easy rinde. Because some of them feel disappointed that I use like a dump. Ali ajale NPP fana ko party dole bota NPP. I don't know what's going on, but too much drama. Let's focus on things that matter to our country. These are things that happen every day. Patio alanga mota bulfulala. Imagine second Toma for MPP mo copycats. They bring them for very soon. They will start dissing out. But if they do it, I will say yes because of Nafojanne. Because up to today, ndama MPP la membership card. Political party jumale membership card so janaman ki UDP. Name me one. So UDP, mashallah, we are in good hands. Okay. So Allah barakabake, I will open the lines right now for you guys to talk. Cemento mankita Gambia le. Cemento Mansoto, Cemento 420, 430 skyrocketing, one bag of cement, because there are people that monopolistic right to package this cement. All right. There are few businessmen in the country and business operators like Jar Oil, all on the new Amadou Sambas of this world. All right. They are into everything. They're controlling the economy of that country. But nasalo fela kasi leon la prices ni afo iki jole kabo mol me kairo mantoro banko kan ndol nga focus nga banko bondi ngo nga mo dole je amanke UDP ngoti every day asen call shehu algana together nga nyimbaro bondi tulo me famu tuloti tulo do allegation de ken Senegal ben na famen soto control la banko kan fam dol nga lon fam buka wori Senegal ntolbe ñoo kele la me ñoo fenkela jam me ñoo kala very issues ngo ni mo fola bita court yata court should that make us spend 24/7 on that topic? People go to court every day. People more like a news sue every day, and the court will do its work. The parliamentary inquiry, I hope, will be productive because we want to know the truth surrounding these assets. Whoever is culpable, let the law take its course. Whether you are part of UDP or not, you shouldn't be protected. Gambians want to know the truth. Because UDP belong in Tonyaleka. UDP, all its life, these leaders, they are fighting for truth, justice. When many people chose to be quiet, they chose to be quiet. Yeah, that's the key word. Nation building. You chose to be quiet. But others chose not to be quiet. And that's the difference between a patriot and a non-patriot. So until nobody can control us, in that way, Kafoko UDP, 10. There are problems. Problems happen everywhere. We have seen people resign from GDC and they go to NPP. But that is not an issue. But whenever somebody resigns from mighty UDP, okay, don't get celebrate. No, now I will open the lines. More comment because so big book nga request Jamale Jende, but in come model will never request key. So maybe I send it by mistake. So moderator maybe some more selendi. You may have to contribute la. Yeah, the remaining part of the program. So I'll more selendi na mole diamo. You may have to diamo la. Sophie. But in Sophie, the way for Sophie
usually assorted me. Okay, so we also have palm butter. It's called palm butter. That's what he was asking for, but we sold out. We'll make some tomorrow.
Palm butter.
Yeah, it's palm butter.
Live lady.
Peanut butter soup. We have
the beans too. Wow. Moderator Nyinjindi TikTok live lady. Aji, welcome to the show. Aji Fatena sa na defal la sa lefil bi sa Fatena ki xamul ne mu ngi affaire palm butter palm lan
yeah xam na dafa ek te xamul na
yeah dafa ek xamu ko
yeah dafa ek I thought Sophia said she's taking a nap
ngo Mariama oh my god yeah, Mariam, ite dole be diam kan ngamera na malon ka be live le be diam kan be kumale fo kan.
non
Okay, immediately. Okay, Aji, you go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, same here.
Can my wife fufu? It's Sisla. Sisla.
Check them, but they're not taking. You don't have to waste them.
Go, moderator, girl meet but what are you drop?
You're hungry.
But drop. I don't. Adi, how can Lee nakala de hewe nakanga de join a live te hamulone de nga join? Ah.
Yeah.
Okay. I never knew that.
What a guy eagle lentamit.
Yeah, because I think you have to send the request, right?
No, I'm not legally get exa. I'm a TikTok la neka. Legally doing the eagle nga tore e.
Ah, okay. Okay, Adi, go ahead.
Yeah, so na ni setan yep.
Fine.
Yep, so am na ne dama buga wax dara way xam nga yeen mom do len de nangu tamit ñu dem too far way nak xam nga politique tam and ta ñaka ya te lolu mom nangu nako way lima wax moy sehu man I think ne balale mali suma opinion ni bopala ku ci gis sa bopa tamit da nga jiwal way duma saga dum adiga sen
Yeah, da nga break on why you're back.
lima wax moy suñ brother bobu nonu Melvin man ko don roubé ci ron sax mom xam na ne mu ngi setan xeyna programme bi man sehu dama gis ne
Why mom degut olof nak de
ak mel dégg na olof
dégg na olof okay
yow tamit yow tam Melvin dégg na olof dafa bëgg anglais rek foog naa ne sehu man xam naa ne Melvin lim def nii ku nekk da nga am sa right pour nga dem fu la neex
waaw
mais sehu man I think ne man nangi do tide c'est xam nga tama tit moy this is my opinion ku nekk mu nga wax li nga xalaat est-ce que ñun Gambie pare nañ diga pour génne Gambie si pax bu mu dugane teew UDP buñ do endorse the Batambe dula I don't know pour li mo position bi mo ut problem bi xewutoon sometimes we have to be honest to ourselves ñu xam ne nit dara daf la dak te bu la dabee li nga wara mëna def rek moy nga noppi ndax du parce que lima wax moy su fekkee ne ba dafa dem be duga ci tuuxu duna bi légui UDP wax endorson nañ ko pour position bobu mu ko utel te UDP def ko moy doomi Gambien buy ut place la lolu tax UDP def liñ defé su fekkee ne ba dafa ñew natu bi dal ko wala lim def lu bon li ñew teggu ci kawam ñep ñaawlu nañ ko ñun UDP ñun ñoo gëna taxaw di xeex ne ba lim def dafa ñaaw ñep gib ne gis nañ ci Facebook bi xalé UDP yi makki ñepp ngay wax té hu fakk na né pour UDP né wa ñoko defalon li génné nañ ko lool nonu taxut keneen naan man dama resign man dama def li parce que fiñ tollu la séhu té wu la ma tell you something Ousmane Sonko Sénégal bëgguma wax turam sa parce que nit ko xamné la xéxal na réewam ba tollu fiñ tollu suma waxé ma nga toll way dama joxe sample fofu rek Sonko té liñ ko tuumal mo gëna ñaaw te gis nga dafa dem am mënon na am ño xamné ñu ci patem bi ñu né hey man dama resign parce que da nga fa demoon té da nga gënon nga né demulo fa nga gënati wat né dem nga waye ñiko gom rek téye ñiko gom rek téye né defut té gis nga bañ gomé lolu téye yalla fam leen fayé man Seexu dama fa ne Gambie bu soxlé Gambien ci dañu wara maccu enough bu nga xamantene dañu jël suñu lepp jox ko Gambie ñu tok Melvin nak am na rightam pour resign from UDP wante nak dañ leen dé tuumal xalé yu ndaw yi ni xamna né xawma xalé la xawma mag la boy su ndaw yi né suñu génné ci parti yi baro lañ dé dem na fexé ba jow bobu nonu mom bum ci bokka parce que let me tell you say something su fekkee ne ñu ngi na jow xalé yu ndaw
waaye waana ko ci live am té mom demut NPP
waaw su fekkee ñu ngi na jow ñom xalé yu ndaw yi ku ci génné ya nga dem NPP parti yi bari na esa falang fi yenen parti ñu fa waaye su fekkee ne mel dafa taxaw mu xaar UDP send decision bobu non gaay cancel ko pour mu ñëwati kon I'm very sorry
okay Aji let me correct somebody here let's be responsible you are saying that Melvin is bitter because he thinks UDP stopped him from getting a job offer. That's untrue. Because let's stop lying. Your guy you writing on TikTok, Melvin joined after he even left that job. He joined when he was in the UK. So that me, I don't know why people can just lie. Why Aji continue. continue.
C'est yow bu la faale ku nekk xam nga ne Gambia moom politique bi mooy
I know
man fi ma gisee mooy mel am na right dem fu ko neex understand nga seewu waaye sooy demal si demin bu nga xamante ne fi nga sukkandiku dafa doon sukkandiku bu dëgër ba pare gis naa ko mu ngi bind Facebook ne gars yi nit ñaa ko wax di ko waxee ne man de gisuma ko saaga même suñ ko saaga sax mun naa am xale yaa faatu ko sax gis nga yëfi media bi dafa garaaw bu nga xamante ne ku nekk mun naa ubbi fake profile
ku nekk mun naa ubbi account
dafa am yoo nga xamante ne Gambians are not ready say who Adama Barrow mu ngi mobilize nit yi yow ñeen a ngeen resign Adama Barrow tey am na groupe bu ko dem tekki are we serious est-ce que ñun bëgg nañoo génnee Gambia si coono bu mu nekk nii say who Sehu am very scared ñun suñu opposition nii nangu ñoo nekk benn waxtaan teg dara si table bi and Barrow mu ngi waxtaan mu ngi teg dara si table am bi if Barrow win 2026 buñ fi bileem kenn nañ bileem suñ boppa this petit resign na kii dem na fi nañ dem UDP will stay here forever man aji mi tey su ma génne UDP lu ma wàññi UDP dara parce que man bu maa ñëw UDP fekk na ay kilifa yu am barke ñëw nañ fa ba ñaan fa ba dem so man aji mu teebu bi su ma bàyyee UDP lu ma wàññi UDP nothing ba pare yeneen parti yi wax ni nañ def uti nit ñu bàyyi nit ñi toppa parce que ñoom bariwul nit ba pare di wax naan ñun ay dictateur lañ ay lii lañ
non terroriste benn imbécile moo wax loolu
pare si yow bañ tafta la taal bi bañ pare si yow xaaral su guddee ñu nga ñëw ruube sa mbir so
thank you Aji thank you so much malong al nata jumal follow nata nyinata the order but I'll just go from the top to the bottom Mariama go ahead first Mariama
assalamu alaikum se ho nge konto bake
ene mbara
na platform o juve lal be konto anenga la moy lalu be se ho programme o be diare ndebe diamula Gambia di molle doro Gambia ko lo mini yalo ko mbeto nyale keleka lafta to nyale sabati Gambia kon o Gambia di molle ya kata bake nga kata nga banko jedero about Melvin lako nte mandi amo chama stombe me folaje because yemen fo wolem do ala right lemo anata UDP mo ma forcé then atel lafta kaboje atata alhamdulillah no problem nga wish good luck ladro abanta ambe duala fanan nga mo people so to min binala join la UDP because UDP mo Gambia dingo be yanako min bijewo yanne ko UDP la batata Gambia UDP le luta Gambia kabrabe kola yari fo bi ye UDP la mo le fa ye UDP la mo le sene ye UDP la mo le bay every kola ya min be Gambia kola ya la ta Gambia de volka abe la ta UDP de volka so for that being the case UDP is here to stay under the stella Nadia Allah Ta'ala Mansoy so momo lafta nala mo be ya be welcome mini lafta tala fanan nge te say good luck la but lafta mi for do mo ya lonko inata iko ilafta Gambia le kana ilafta Gambia banko le tanyato so itiana ko imanya ne kontina parti mina mbega wala so parti mi yanko abe Gambia la nyato tale noma mbego parti lo mi ye fana yanka abe Gambia la ni ko mo hadaba di wo hadaba de Gambia ko momu ko ni mu kendol ni lafta ba Gambia la barakola NPP Adam Barrow ka umari la hate Adam Barrow ka umari la kelende Adam Barrow ka umari la barkanta ya alfanara kuya miri yal ko kuriya la masakunda ko ko le mo kendot woto nite mari mo Gambia di mo kendot aketa mo la ti Gambia kon ite bota e koy bola NPP UDP le oy bota another party le to hala manke UDP NPP gemang nyana kreta dulate because Gambia UDP NPP mbenga lo ko NPP mala fi Gambia la nyaato tala amay fi Gambia di ngola nyaato tala munatina biti lola bibi ni wulo wato kono dro nyintu men so kono ko min be funti kan be funti ta Gambia kon se woda manda market ka o nyata kala mobe ka wa quality kunu ni wato kono ni lokum tilifulo kono na gaso ni na kura na esan solo min baba kono ibe min tole e mantra Senegal e mantra Makisal bulo kono Adam Barrow madi yala woto Adam Barrow woto mbega ko Gambia la jang kumba number 1 is Adam Barrow because minatina hani Adam yaya jamme molfa but wallahi se hunte fanan sorta ni ko ni yaya jamme be Gambia ma fa ta fonta ko do ngi dobala barata banko ni na essential ni ngala gaso ni kala di banko kotel ata okela so Gambia dingol be alngata hakilola nkana bula election ko nkana bula 2026 lo kono ko leya wato nkana wala kono Gambia dingol be nyanta nyaayele lale mimmu Gambia la nyaato tata ni Gambia fenko mbenga bula noma mini yalon ko katara bulari be UDP no me be UDP kajafila be ulma fay coming for because abe interested UDP konante ani si konante ya buka so coming for ndala this is it muna atina because kafoko UDP party mu toredi solet wokuma kanwo is so heavy akuliya ta anu min fo ya fa mari fo ya kamanto nya fo ayana ko wonte kering but just pour ka bank party nyin to tinya woda male party ngol mi fa be wuli kap seho la last election ngajele party ngol mi be fa ngol wulindi wol man tara fenna da nyaato nyine be to nyino lela Adam Barrow buka na wolla sa de buka man tara ka fa ko mi yal ko kay be fa so party ngol lo kan tek ibe palasi nyino lela de pour Adam Barrow ina mu Adam Barrow ka bar nga yin London mo na ta Gambia nyaato talete bu na ikata itala Adam Barrow ka nga Gambia dingo be dan wala seho enim baraba ke ngala
baraka sister Mariama thank you baraka Mariama baraka la diamo gadiala jani mbita another caller ya regaling allow rek na opportunity use na announcement dol ka jang they are very important. Tomorrow we expect a presentation in party leaders office UDP ke chapter members or member la mekang PRO tunko marena la timo ni announce no formal but I will use this opportunity wa mo jama be banta bala moila UDP UK chapter nga trophies or lesson no UDP la youth winye amato metal do nga di party la true haji shwane the national youth president but also na UDP member do be ka fa F singate a UK chapter donate 100 chair covers in care covers so community program will be carrying yellow 100 of them and we handed this over to the party through the head of our fundraising Zainab Ghani the party so Sama Al Kamaraba official GB there will be live presentation number 4 o'clock party leader office UDPK chapter donation of the UDP party presentation tomorrow Friday 4 o'clock and Kamaraba inshallah will be there to stream a live presentation live. Na trophies all din na youth soul trophies coming football or youth soul market and also na chair covers all the particular on behalf of UK chapter. So major opportunity use la ka entire UDP UK chapter 10 to atole nyinge na members all atole atina nyinge fa F singate fana me alanko na atole na Crawley branch ka deputy atole nyim donation okay ma tento la bake to manda atela fla fanga to fo ni koto and mo ku kendo ko ya fo so a UK chapter donate ni nan ton fanga ki Gambia. So Melvin is shipment okay, Musa Jame facilitated this and in a treasurer and in Danso and in the whole team later to Labak. Mele Alango Baga Sochi Gambia on behalf of the chapter. I want to thank them, all of them, for what they did. Another announcement left from Menkelajan Aji at the Amtajan right now. Banasolo Fela Sita. If you want you'll have to have time or Wolona brother do call I am announced and call I feel like I have to order Aji in America and I have to kendele order $90. Ajila number is 502-82-19764 United States 502-82-19764 number moile 502-82-19764 that's United States. Gambia for an email after Saliba order laje from Gambia. But gani off bang. There are moderator ngam kata sino sometimes. Okay. Ramatulai for isa order no Gambia 5138475. But these are business numbers. All communications that you have to do is purely business. Okay. Among the politics, among the kudoti 5138475. Gambia number 51. They are on WhatsApp 5138475 Gambia. America la have done $90 rek adamanjawya $90 sako atol me alongo American or dollar luka besial bullet tap. So I'll say have done full order no or more. And I think if you order 5 you get is it one free? So this is an announcement that Memenke on behalf of our sister, our comrade Aji Buka Chon, business in America, I'm going opportunity use Buka announce them. Because dole ko man number soto. Dole fa left ala man number soto. So our American number 5028-219-764. Thank you so much. So let me go back to the panel. So Alimbala, but I have to do this announcement. King Solomon, it's all next person.
Mr. City.
Yeah, anyway, King Solomon, thank you.
We're happy in Banasalo Canasi.
It'll condemn the way Banasal Kumo for Yalon Dolman of Banasal Kumo for Ganjam.
Can you have time to think and make a cool
Ajile promote Aji, she's a good sister and she's doing well. Nambepare Banco in Kendall. So you see if I a business or promote here.
Yeah. That's great. And and also left Kafreko Njelosta about the UDP UK chapter. You are doing great. Albanian donation on me and Kweba for country is so good.
Yeah.
In other youth or La Carola and donation on you maybe more but also the other chapters in Franenta can
yeah.
Especially when you come to youth. Trying funding college sponsor in sports or entertainment because it's good. Na banko can too much stress level. So entertainment of a better than funding care free.
Yeah.
They tend to go back and be I left the Diamla and follow Melvin tend to Lambaja Melvin robot. Kafaiko I come a mold bear for Yamen Patil Baker of more smart or so we regret to lose him. Mbafly ko still I murnang still mampasi Mbafly murnang. It's not too late. And in the form me around Kankadiamu na agree that when it come to Batambedu I will protest, I will not resign. You understand? And me been protest like a gatan in Napati Yaron Kodo Amandianye. Still it's not too late, Napati to withdraw and you can be and I'm just one person in a party, so I cannot make decision. Yaron nibe kafokono. You can decision over you can add your voice. But nimantra kafokono, nibe decision maker, you have no say. So for that reason I will tell Melvin to come back so that we can still have that UDP is the only democratic party in the Gambia whereby we can agree to disagree. You understand?
Yeah.
So it for many times in the debate will come and in the mayor will come and UDP called them Baraka when you UDP come you criticize then we so for that reason I would still call on Melvin again.
Yeah.
Consider his resignation and try to come back. When you are inside, you can fight, but when you are outside, you have nothing to say.
Okay.
And I respect back because of come I have always na be diamula. I can try la diamoko with respect, which is very important.
Yeah.
From that,
okay, love just hold on, I just want to appeal to you guys. Aliala Diamo, maybe Aliatala back because there's another program they are waiting for me to finish so that they can go live. And Swokuta back in Europe, Lady Chilla will not live. It already it's 12:34 right now in Europe. So if we can, all of us can make our comments so quickly so that when you program
Thank you. We just said they just come here and for the role and so good again. And left to come for the role and ka humul be ko dash lot kujamal be jemi akan ko molnyenta diamulala mina ta cimento la ko la bi nyaaji be bango kan bi cimento la ko be nyame why mol ma foko man sekunda ma foko sa jelu leon e kana bon Senegal e bonni na Gambia damba why ko cimento la bondi na Senegal. There's nepotism there with Jaoil and Jaoil people. They have to be careful because in Masakunda Mobile and corrupted and they are deeply involved with everything with this government. So Niboro Fana Mr. Sedin and National Carola, Senegal Kumbo, the Tiamansang, and the Adam Kibaro Danikunu, the Tialumansang Salo Sita, Mole Senoke, Salo Sita, Malay, all the Sang, Yentasali, Jesagels, and Dingbali, Yentasal Bayosana. More media till many along platform will be instead of Katara UDP harass la Katara Kumofoka. There's a lot of things many along Molse Diamuna. And for the time's sake, maybe next time, I can also contribute.
Have a good Eid in advance. Ngala yo koronto de na bana solo isi. Aldo le an subole kana hakilo tu atode. Abaraka wake King Solomon. So somebody's yalante ñu lañu name sol bilay Blender Man Omar Manjang. Blender Man Omar Manjang. You are next. Okay. Can we go to Sisla? Sisla.
Yeah, certainly.
Inimbara.
Imbara. Osuto yani.
Koronate.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and of comment on Melvin Israel. Yeah, sadly, Melvin comment for them, I disagree because Mobile and UDP about Medu endorsed before this problem.
Before the scandal, yeah.
Exactly, yeah. So you cannot bring that as an excuse. Coming UDP and endorse one and the resign party. No, that's an excuse.
No, abe men fokang. Ko yes, I alone ko UDP I know, but bring new revelation on kada. Kono yalong fenke wol fana yakere no tondi. Mari Jobate la organization. It will fana endorse, but bring in kada they withdrew. So I found all for one.
Yeah, but still, we qualified and still because the endorsement have been done before this issue come. Yeah, and one thing I forgot that now Marvel have a contact with Dabo or party members or party leaders. He can talk to them. Before making decision to resign.
Yeah. Ndefo memo ci ama ndefo contact. Ndefo ngaje Facebook anu. Abe nice la dunum fanang bondolo UK chapter chama heads up dinna na kaja bari. Yeah. But ala this anyway, ala this no yalo molla cool kinyal fanang. Yeah.
We all respect his decision. UDP is here, the door is open, and if anybody wanna come, you are welcome. If you wanna leave, you are leaving.
Because berabe join na party yoko no. I am contact from a group call ke.
I know.
Na deputy holding na more secretary na group call ke. So bari yalong molla cool ja because nga ndefo mo bringa nga lo ka be heads up de bara ma heads up de na so feel like
exactly. So you cannot say that you cannot bring that issue. Yeah. So ni ataran ko.
Go dole ga jininga what is Batami's position in UDP? Batamid is not part of UDP.
Exactly. It's not UDP. UDP. So UDP are endorsed like Jamale Fonko Kana. So you cannot blame UDP for that. Yeah. So ni afaka resign.
Anun Tangara la case ning ba did not enable Jame. Tangara enabled Jame, and Tangara even was fought against the people in America. You remember?
Exactly.
Struggle Okono. Batame did not do anything. Yes, they are ila kolman ifatatal domandi.
Amanka UDP member. Yeah, mo kurunjel lembaro wala nakinda bala men yalon ko jamale assessor fenka. Did you see any MPP member resign? No.
Iman Doja Akavo, of course, is UDP. Uncle, 6 longer content. I'm not going to respond to you.
All ignorance.
Bring out Batami's membership card. You know, you saw Melvin's membership card. Bring out Batami's membership card.
Mama, then more level of fire call. Near personal issue sort of with Batamid. You might have confirmed. Yes, you have personal issue with Batamid. So you in your personal issue with sort of with Batamid, it will bring that like a party of blame or like a party when you're endorse never resign. And with a new but by Batamid endorse. Oman can be said, Liman name party leaders on contact. It's wrong.
No, but Yalo Sisla, let's also be fair. Yalo at the last time, more style, he did an open letter.
Yeah.
So that's another way of communicating. Some people write privately, some people put public. More style, we have to respect that also because
we respect that.
Yalo Sisla, let's have this decision. I'll write on to quit the party. Yeah, is the misinformation. Molgavo is deputy chairman of UDP, not all clarify. Then I wasn't going to make it a topic. And also, opposition parties, they went on this platform making this and calling us name. That's really irate. Not this.
The reason for I responded to Melvin because I mentioned UDP bottom and those who are resigned. Something only $10 listen. Yeah. If I resign, don't bring excuse, for your party or blame la fenda me along quani issue full me along man you ma fenda sadly.
Okay, Sisla, we leave it at that. Thank you. Ngata Mustafa. Sorry, Lamin for I'm just a bit time is against me. I still have got 2 people on the call. So Memengela, I will give you guys 2 minutes each because I really want to wrap up the show. You know, Nyanda live like until about. So Mustafa, you want to say something quick? And Lamin ole sabanya. Lamin, something? Lamin? Okay, Lamin will mute le.
Saya limbe kontra bake. Aning jadama aning Mustafa min bije. Mila kacani na kumata bake la. Ande wa min fola Melvin ya olong ko mbaten tulang baja ila ala taro kono UDP kato minke. Ala male ajo wala ala democratic right long na te lafta kabo parti ni gor but sil ko mi ko do ke afanya me mosa convince nole pura na murung ko ten mata mbedu ya UDP endorse le and after nying scandal on nata funtino you at the same time te bulla fa diama min ko mata ba min kata cement koti mol cement ko ba face kan gambera ba on cement business taka cement business on ke kabirim ba Gambia so ngalo ko cement o akana fa min ke gambeno in terms of bullol because mo be alo ko tilikando naka ning janni sama ka kumas mol ka construction ol ke bakel mol ba bunja ol lola mol ba flat lola mol ba different kind of bungol lola especially malang ol fola ma fola ba mol ba kata kambakel so say ni cement on atake problem oti gambe na ba kolela bakel while a lot of people are losing their jobs because of blockage means ke Senegal ning Gambia la ning cement ko you understand because cement on fene me alon ko ni mol ya mera ko cement ko di jamala bije mini alon ko mini ka import kodo igol ka kodo so ba mini alon ko mini ka tara bitiko ko ten ka wa ka min soto je abuka tambe $30 la na si ata 20 lo wala 30 kano se ko so to papa ni bo afro ya famia so sai ning o mare o simendo da mala so la bitiko ko na nyanta mi wafla sai ite ko delay me ba ta for one week am simendo so to
it is crazy
it's crazy at the same time anyanta
but ñun lan kudi ñanda mel kacala bari ndol gambien ol ka ñi
anyanta la sopo jola o anyanta la mol balunde ya famia because ning 3 companies or wala 4 companies
wow imagine dole ka cemento sambi $500 is a bag from 420 it went to 500 somebody was 600
and woman like la government nyanda ke tol banyele la faso interest jibela inyanda banku bela interest jibela because nga minister of trade lama abadiam ka unte man foka diama ati itol ni la entire MPP da mala bang foka diam gambe no be ka foko ha itol le digital menta is good for Gambia.
Anyway, we'll have a separate show on the cement issue next time. Yeah.
Experience one week I can sell 10,000 bahts.
Oh, great. So next program is a join na yamo.
That was back in 2009 kata 2010 wol ma fo o fana Senegal cemento ni ya block la bukana no ta man dolka la gasem
oh
cemento soto no
oh my god yeah anyway abaraka next program is a join yamoy thank you so much thank you yeah Mustafa you have the last last call please
so nde mbe bulala pour ye program
Isilano, Lady Chiller will be live if you want to talk. Yeah, he's a joiner. Lady Chiller will be live soon after this program. Yeah, he's a joiner at the program. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Thank you, Mustafa.
Gambia ngaje masakunda wo na to business menol bijele melialon ko ikal lafi nakila masa bala based on nepotism on their own interests and they will try to control the narratives on their domain so ni nyanta stop la Gambia kono because niaje Gambiano mo jama fondike jamale bota diaspora yela lifetime earning ta itata ibunta in this cement business ye will bela ye bela business stop just for 3 people. Many are long, business or sifa pay, it will not be control in Gambia, even though they are Gambians. But, it is more based on knowledge just because of 3 businessmen. This is what was happening in Jammeh's time, and we still saw it happening. So, Nimo Botaje, Ndebe Menfolare, Yaja UDP la membership, UDP Intel, we work with principles. UDP at the in as much as we want people to join UDP, but if nimen botaje ning hormone in bunya kono ila right long puruyeta UDP ngoeko party leader men folon ba usen momo ya mira ko ite relevant bill le UDP kono ni te bota UDP betela ni bota UDP kono imambo je ning hormone in bunya la ite ya mira si UDP teno si se kili dajo fon wole be kuma ya aledi Adamo Baro bota dame UDP ko nakabe UDP tela ama teno yamol alaji continue neli alon ko wolka hundreds of thousands of dollars is le bundi UDP ila ko be UDP wol be bota UDP le yamoy bari amati na patio so nde mafoko nde te moto fon fola fam yaje so ni momo bita ala right long purayeta
it's not a big issue nka Gambia lefonka nyinkola to be I wasn't even going to talk about this issue, to be honest. Now I'm getting misinformation on here. I wasn't going to talk about it.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So, time waste la wala melbe more attack in the media on this and all those things. Wol kala fi wol le moila all the time. But ni mo killing tata.
Exactly. Abaraka, thank you so much, Mustafa. Okay, now, Lady Chilel and team, you can go live. This is the end of Bantabala session. You guys can start your live program right now. I know it's late in Switzerland right now. You guys, it's 12:47 right now a.m. in Switzerland. So you guys are going to have your program to respond to some of those, what I said. Very nasty comments, very nasty. It's outside the purview of civility, if I can put it that way. People who say these comments are uncivilized. They're indecent. Because if you're a civilized human being, you cannot make comments like that. But they will play the audio so that you don't think that we are making it. You hear these are voices of Gambians who have so much hate for United Democratic Party. I'll be more like Lady Children will be live. Don't miss the program. Go there and listen. And then they will give them response. Just because Melvin resigned from the party and they want to take that as an issue. Just like they shamelessly went to accuse UDP's leadership that our leadership bought assets, and that also did not pass the test of time. All right. Okay? UDP, we have the resilience. This is a party that we will continue to fight for that country, whether we are in government or not. You see how you measure UDP's love for Gambia. When we don't even win elections, like in 2021, we didn't go and rest. Some people kept quiet. They're silent. But UDP, we came out. People thought we were mad. Some of us started doing programs on Bantaba. Even when the UDP, they said UDP lost, we've been mocked on social media. On the 5th of December 2021, we saw all the writings on social media. But did that stop us from doing it? And UDP was there. We went, we fought. We continued, because this party is not a party that comes just 2 years to election, you want to come and talk to Gambians. No. From 2021 on, we've been talking. But that's what serious people are. This is what Pastef did in Senegal. Pastef, when they lost in 2014, Ousmane Sonko lost in 2014, he carried on. He didn't wait until 2 years to elections and he wants to start talking to the Senegalese. The same to UDP. So for people to go on a platform and trying to, describe UDP in such a nasty way is something beyond comprehension. But let me tell you guys, some of these people will never appreciate UDP until cows come home. Because there is something bigger in their hearts that they wouldn't tell people. But some of us know the reason. They can come and pretend. But that is it. It's their hearts. They can't take it. And it stems out of bigotry. I have said it here. Bigotry is something that it has no cure. Because Melvin was in UDP. Melvin left. Leave it us, UDP, to deal with. Your source was Sanga M. So we can respect Sabop. Me today, if there is GDC, how many people left GDC? Do you hear say who said talking about them? Because if somebody leaves GDC and goes to another party, that's not say who said leaves business. But one, I hate
Ale fonsaje de. Ale fonsaje. Ale fonsaje. Ale fonsaje. Muna dabo sanka baluo. Ale fonsaje. Mbe useni dabo julalema. Ale fonsaje. Juloka manla maje. Ale fonsaje. Ni aja manla maje. Ale fonsaje. Suluo simbene da. Ale fonsaje. Useni masata. Alale amansa andi ale bonsai mbaro da bodima ale bonsai mbaro da bodima ale bonsai enu mukunda da bodima ale bonsai alale bate jola ale bonsai masole bate jola ale bonsai aye gambia bondi bata kono ale bonsai maje modu bele se wota